Hey folks, welcome to my Let's Play of Mega Man 2. In the year 2000X, a super robot named Megaman was created. Dr. Light created Mega Man, not Dr. Keynes, to stop the evil desires of Dr. Wily. So, you know, when we killed Dr. Wily at the end of the last game, however, after his defeat, Dr. Wily created 8 of his own robots to counter Mega Man. Okay, so quantity, not quality, thinks Dr. Wily to save the day from Mega Man's own brand of blue tyranny, I guess. Yeah, so anyway, folks, I'm Serious JG, and I decided there weren't enough Mega Man 2 Let's Plays out there, so I'm going to Let's Play Mega Man 2. This is a pretty iconic NES opening, as evidenced by the fact that it's used in the various games that are made that are referencing back 80s games. Like Who Wants to Be the Guy is the one that's popping into mind. Very fun soundtrack to this game. Very fun game. I think I have more fond memories of Mega Man 2 than any other Mega Man game. Seems to be true for a lot of people. I think somehow this, maybe it's just in my own head, but somehow this game got a lot more exposure than the original Mega Man ever did. So, off we go. We are playing on difficult. I'm pretty sure I just selected difficult, didn't I? And we are going to start a new game. Because this Mega Man game, seems like all the Mega Man games had their little innovations. The big innovation of this Mega Man game is that it has a password feature, which makes the game way, way less frustrating than the original Mega Man. I mean, that's huge. They add charge-up power shots in later games, sliding, rush, all this other stuff, even beat. But just the fact that you can actually beat a stage, it takes you a while, you don't feel like playing anymore, but you don't want to lose your progress, so you save your game. That's freaking huge. It's tough for kids raised on games nowadays, which all have some kind of feature like this. Even the retro version of this lets you save state in the middle of a fight, as evidenced by the fact that I used it in Wily Stage 1 of the last game. But no, and this, back in the day, it was like, you know, one playthrough Jones, as Taz might say. But here we actually, even in the original game on original hardware, you had some ability. You had to beat all the Wily stages in one shot, but at least you could beat the Robot Masters, and you didn't have to do it all in one go. So I'm going to assume that the reason Wily survived, and not that we killed him at the end of Mega Man, but we did, you know, he did surrender, he was captured. So how is it that he was able to bust out of prison and create more robots to challenge us? I'm assuming it was because I used save states. So I'm not going to use save states in Mega Man 2. Felt bad about using them in Mega Man 1, but the intensely frustrating Wily Stage 1 and that boss fight, I'd never gotten past it clear before that I could remember without cheating, and I just didn't feel like working it out. I had people in the comments, one person in particular, really getting into how satisfying it is to beat it legit and that I should go back and do it. And maybe I'll do that on my own time if I'm really bored, but I just got too many other things to Let's Play to let it get me down. And this lighting, you know, it always brings me down. So I'll play this on the quote difficulty setting. That was just the normal difficulty setting in Japan, and apparently they made some enemies weaker for the American release because, you know, fat-fingered American children are too lazy and stupid to play video game the proper way. That was me being racist, sorry. But no, so this is Mega Man 2, and we've got our 8 Robot Masters here, and got Bubble Man, who just looks like a aquatic diver. You got Heat Man, who has a very goofy-looking face. Metal Man, blade stuck in his head. Flash Man, looks like a guy wearing a helmet. Crash Man, for some reason, looks like a little kid wearing a helmet. Something about his face makes me think he's a little kid. Woodman, deeply, deeply silly. This is really, for me, between Bubble Man in particular, but especially Woodman, we're only 2 games into the Mega Man franchise, and the Robot Masters are already really, really silly. Quick Man, big pain in the ass, and also he's so powerful that his portrait is able to bust out of the frame, as you can see by his little V eyebrow, whatever they are, things there. And Airman, whom I remember being described in the series of books to encourage kids to read came out based around popular video games at this time. And I remember reading the blurb on the back of the Megaman book, which said Airman was the scariest robot that Megaman had seen yet. Thinking, wow, that's probably a real page-turner, that Megaman 2 novelization. Dr. Wily logo doesn't lead us anywhere yet. And I'm going to start with Crashman. If you would like to see me play the Crashman stage again, you can go to my 5,000 subscriber special vid where I asked for people to write in questions and provide ideas for a montage I could do for my channel. I have not forgotten that I promised to do these things. There wasn't a huge amount of response on the questions, and particularly not on the clips that people wanted to see in the montage. And you know, I'm not going all emo here. I'm not going to say that it was really depressing. I was kind of like, oh, I was expecting to get a little more than that, and it mildly soured me on the idea, just a little. I'm like, oh, I thought people would have more input than that. Well, okay, well, I'll still get around to it eventually. Mostly, I haven't done the 5,000 subscriber special stuff yet out of laziness. But let this video be a quick shout out. If you're a fan of my channel, you can go back and check out that video, or just, and I describe my 5,000 subscriber special plans, which have been put on hold while I try to work up the gumption to do them. Or you can just watch this LP as I take on Crashman as my first Robot Master opponent. I did that in part of an effort to take things a little out of order. I mean, there's a million Let's Plays of this game on YouTube, obviously. I'd like to make mine just a little different. My commentary will be the main thing to do that, of course, but I mean, normally I think you're supposed to... I've always heard you start with Metal Man, then use Metal Man to beat Bubble Man, Bubble Man beats Heat Man, Heat Man beats Wood Man, Wood Man beats Air Man, Air Man beats Crash Man, Crash Man beats... Well, actually, you can take out Flash Man at any point because he's a pushover, but you're supposed to beat Flash Man and use Flash Man's weapon to either get through Quick Man's stage or to hurt Quick Man, one or the other, or both, possibly, if you're willing to fight a bunch of this game's version of the Big Eye to try to get drops of ammo for Flashman weapon. What I'm going to do to make things a little more difficult is I've already shown before I can beat Crashman first. He's got a pattern. He's very easy to defeat if you know the pattern. Otherwise, he's quite a pain in the ass and you need Airman weapon. Quickman is actually the toughest of the Robot Masters, I feel, to defeat, and he's certainly got the toughest stage without Flashman's weapon. So if I was really trying to, quote, show off, I would beat Quickman first. But I think beating his stage and beating him without his weakness, like that would be a real pain in the ass. That's probably harder than any of the Wily stages. It's not a long stage, but I'm talking too much. Let's move on. My notion is to beat Crashman, then Quickman using Crashman's weapon, but not having Flashman, which makes it really easy. Then Quickman beats Metal Man, although Metal Man you don't really need his weakness to beat him. And from there, I don't know, there's a couple different directions it can go. I might try beating Heat Man early because he's somebody who, he's got a pattern. You can beat him using Mega Buster if you are careful and you follow his pattern, but his stage is a pain in the ass if you don't have the any ability to try to bypass some of those disappearing platforms. But anyway, start with Crashman. None of these Robot Masters look like they're portraits. That was something that jumped out too, because Mega Man, the original Mega Man, you didn't have like crazy portraits of the Robot Masters. You just, there was a little preview image of what they actually look like when you face them in game. I don't think there's a single theme song in this game that I haven't heard like 100 freaking times over the years. Mega Man 2 was the Mega Man game that Bobo and I actually own. And Mega Man 3, but Mega Man 3, well, I'll talk about when I get to it. Just we were so fond of this game and replayed through this game so many times. And once we got Mega Man 3, it was like it couldn't live up to it. It was like the Phantom Menace, except that it was actually good on its own merits. And it was only because we were so enamored with Mega Man 2 that it wasn't quite as much fun for us. Okay, good. I was really hoping he would spawn on that side. And this one really is, like, if you don't beat this stage first, then you can bypass some of this nonsense. I was gonna get the power up, and I guess... Oh, I got the worst of both worlds. I lost the progress because I decided to hop down and try to get the power up, and then the power up disappeared. So that really didn't go very well. So these spool enemies, whatever they are, they don't really do a lot of damage or anything. They're mostly... In this stage, where there's no... Or there's very few, like, infinite death, just like death pits. They're just a nuisance. In other stages, they are basically set up to try to knock you into instant death. And as ever in Mega Man, my strategy tends to be tank damage, don't let things knock you into a death pit, and you'll burn through at least one life clearing the stage, but then you can be okay. And this is part of the hard difficulty level, folks. On easy difficulty level, one shot would have killed him. On hard, his body explodes! Interesting how, you see over here, the blocks create their own blue break and cloud cover. There's probably a more slick way to do that where you avoid taking any damage. Oh, I forget the pathing up here. I actually played this stage fairly recently for my subscriber special, and I really don't remember what the best pathing is to avoid unnecessary second trips. I really hate this little section too. There's practically nothing you can do to avoid taking damage. Or so I say. Ah. Oh. Shouldn't have tried to shoot, I should have just... Oh, okay, there we go, that worked out okay. Oh no, I'm not gonna clear this, am I? Damn it. I think I'm doing less well than I did during the 5,000 subscriber special run, where I just came in and played it cold, having not played it in years. And again, I think I might have been on normal difficulty. Pretty much, I know there's a few enemies whose movement patterns are different on the difficult/Japanese setting, but I know actually I looked it up because I was trying to remember. I was fairly sure that Quickman takes damage from Crashman's weapon, although really it's all about using Flashman to cheese him. But I looked that up and then found out indeed the damage is different that you deal to Robot Masters in the hard difficulty level. What I don't know is if Megaman takes additional damage, but if he does, that would explain why just trying to tank those little bird enemies is not working out that good. And in fact, it's entirely possible I should be going up those paths on the right anyway. God damn it. God damn it! Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Damn it, I'm losing my shit over a game that was made for little kids, like I was when it came out. Damn it, damn it. I am a grown man losing my temper. Damn it. I've got a real job and everything. Damn it. I deal with stresses at my work job. Damn it. My promotion prospects would circle the drain. If anybody saw me go, wink damn it as I play a game for the kids and yelling damn it like some little child. Oh damn it, damn it, damn it, oh yeah. Oh damn it, my lyrics now are sucking. Okay, that's enough of that. How many lives have I got? I really don't want to, like, fail here, because I gotta get to Crashman's door. As a matter of fact, you know what? To be sure... Oh, fuck. Oh, good. Okay. I really didn't want to blow it there. I almost used the E-Tank just to make sure I got here, because I don't really need it against Crashman. I just... Maybe I proved I do. You gotta get him going with the pattern. I was trying to remember what the actual first step is to get him like looping around the way you need him to. That's right, shooting makes him jump. I'm off to a pretty rotten start here, actually. I knew that he starts jumping around. I forgot what makes him jump is you shooting. So in fact, running right up to him like it did before is not going to work. And I'm not doing that well. It's definitely harder on hard difficulty, because I'm definitely doing less damage to him. I almost feel bad for Crashman. He was one of the robot masters that when Bobo and I were little kids and would play various games using G.I. Joe figures and making them characters from whatever video games. Mega Man was not a big one for us, but we played around a little with Mega Man. And Crashman was one of the robot masters that we assumed was pretty badass and powerful, as opposed to, say, Bubble Man or Woodman. His name is a bit silly, but the design isn't. I mean, he's shooting like exploding bombs, and they already had a guy called Bomb Man, so they had to call Crash Man something. It's not like he's freaking Tomahawk Man or some shit. He's legit. He's a legit badass in the Mega Man boss world. One of the things that triggered me to play this game, in the Mega Man games, is that I just like randomly stumbled across some internet, "Hey, do you guys remember video games from the past?" articles. Where it was like their countdown of the 10 toughest Mega Man bosses to beat using just the Mega Buster, and Crash Man made the list. He wasn't the toughest, but I saw that, I was like, what the fuck, man? You suck. So here I am, proving that whoever wrote that article, and I can't remember who it was, or even the name of the article, that they suck. Well, that's going to be it for this video, folks. When we come back, a significantly greater challenge awaits us. I'm going to try to do Crash Man's stage without using the Flash Man time stopper gimmick. Schnavitz Fernum. Done it before as a kid, of course, but and I should remember the pattern because it came up a little bit on some of the quote challenge mode I was goofing around with after finishing Mega Man 1. But I would argue, if memory serves, could be wrong, beating Quickman's stage without using Flashman is probably as tough or tougher than most of the Wily stages in this game. So hopefully that will be interesting and worth watching. And meantime, I'm Mysterious GG. Thanks for watching this one. Go check out that 5,000 subscribers special call for questions thing if you want to review the rules. But you know, yeah. In the meantime, I do eventually intend to do that. So. The question and answer session and the montage of clips from my channel, similar to what I did at 1,000 subscribers. So yeah, if you feel like contributing to that, or I just jogged your memory, you can go ahead and respond to that video. I guess you can respond here if you want, whatever. Either way, be back next time, taking on Quickman.